Hi, everybody. It's Craig from Doc Sports back with Arun here for your NBA rundown for Tuesday, the 28th of October. We've got 5 games for you. Before I get to it, though, don't forget, get in on our best bets. How can you do so? Very simple. If you're a new customer, use that free $60 account, docsports.com/ICCT. If you're an existing user, go over to the website and get in on any of our top plays, either sports. You got NBA, NHL, got football rolling out. Props, everything, go over there. Also, if you haven't done so, make sure you check out the 2-for-1 football pass. You can go right here. That gets both me and IC's football plays. And last but not least, YouTube Premium. Get tons of value. For $49.99, you get 3 DocSport expert plays a day. And included, you'll get the Indian Cowboys level where you're getting 3, 4, 5 extra plays every day, and level 1 as well. This is actually the breakdown here. I said the wrong thing, so use this right here but click the link in the description to get in. Okay, here's what we like for today's games. Let's kick it off. Early game, 7 o'clock. Washington hosting in Philly. Philly's in a back-to-back spot. Nice win against Orlando last night. Philly's favored by 5, total 237.5. What do you like here, IC?
Well, bear in mind that I did my 5-unit Hawks over selection today. And 11-3 for plus 4,600, and 4-2 to start the year plus 1,200. So NBA is going really well. We're seeing the board really well, and I think our video yesterday was pretty phenomenal too, Craig. A lot of winners there in there. All right, so Philadelphia comes in here. Depends on who's playing here in this game, right? But it looks like even without Embiid, right? I mean, Embiid is Jesus Christ, man. Sometimes he plays, sometimes he doesn't play. But they are 3-0. They were able to beat the Magic here. And you had Maxey with 43 points. You had Oubre with 25. You had Edgecombe, who I think has been the biggest improvement, right, with 26. And you have Grimes in with 14. All of a sudden, this team has about 4 guys scoring in double-digit figures without even Embiid. So imagine when he comes back. It's going to be – this team has more depth than we realize. So Philadelphia here has won 3 in a row, and Washington, of course, comes off that loss to Charlotte, losing 113 to 139. They did beat Dallas on the road and then lost to Milwaukee. I think if Embiid doesn't play, there's only one way to go, and that's Philadelphia. Philadelphia covers a slew of games whenever Embiid doesn't play. I don't know if you noticed or not, because Maxey takes over, and everybody just becomes sort of like role players in that situation, and they do quite well. So, at this point, I don't like that Washington comes off of a loss. But I think that Philadelphia is phenomenal when Embiid is not playing, and it's hard to imagine that. And I'm going to take Philadelphia here. So, yeah, give me the Sixers. Craig, Charlotte faces Miami here. Charlotte is a 6-point dog here on the road. I will tell you this about Charlotte. They are 2-1, and that's impressive. Miami beat them 122 to 105 last time. Charlotte does come off beating the snot out of Washington by 26. Their only losses to Philly by 4 points. They beat Brooklyn as well. Miami, of course, did lose the opening night to Orlando, and then back-to-back huge wins as 3-point dogs against Memphis and New York. Who do you like?
Yeah, I don't know about the Grizzlies win. That defense is pitiful, but it was a big win against New York last time. And Charlotte, this is their best. This is the most impressive team I think that they'll be able to beat. I liked them against the spread the first game, but I didn't think they ever had a chance to really beat Philly. I actually think they can win this game. Ball is playing great, and I think I think the Heat are going to be a very good underdog team. I'm just not thrilled with laying points with this Heat team. I think when you get them in that plus 3 to 5 range, like we said, that's where they won outright those 2 games. That's where I kind of want to play Miami. I like the Charlotte Hornets here, plus 6 at Miami. They're both 2-1 straight up, and they're both 3-0 against the spread. So very similar takes. I'm going to take Charlotte plus the 6 in this one. Next game, Kings at the Thunder. Thunder have been getting it done, even though they had to go to double overtime in the first 2 wins. But since then, kind of been taking care of business, even though they're not covering because they're laying ridiculous numbers, 1-3 against the spread, and they're facing a Kings team that's just 1-2 and hasn't covered against the spread yet, even though they did get a push in there. Thunder favored by 10.5, total 227.5. What do you like?
So the Thunder have won, this contest 5 times in a row. So bear that in mind. Injury-wise is one of the first things that we look at, Craig. And, Clifford and Murray are still out for Sacramento, Oklahoma City. Caruso, Williams, Toppich, and so forth are out for them. Sacramento did lose to the Lakers by 7. They were actually favored by 3.5 at home. They beat the Jazz by 1. and they lost to Phoenix, which is a bad loss by 4. And in that game, you had Sabonis with 10 points, Levine with 32, DeRozan with 21 and 18. But it does look like Sabonis might not suit up today, which I think is of important. Well, no, I think Sabonis will suit up. Sorry. So if he suits up, there were some reports that he might not suit up. But if he suits up here, you have an Oklahoma City team that, of course, comes off that 101-94, win against Dallas, and that Oklahoma City now has won 5 straight dating back to last year. A quick note on that game is that Oklahoma City shot 20% from the field from 3-point land. Dallas shot 38% from the field. But at the end of the day, I think what happens here, I really like the under 227.5. I kind of want to take the Kings, but I just can't do it because Oklahoma City has a way of covering these games. But I do think the Kings will play better defense and give them 127 points here, like they did to the Lakers. Oklahoma City is also phenomenal at home when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. And I wouldn't be surprised. I'll keep in mind that 227, Oklahoma City has now gone under back-to-back games. And then you have a Kings team that rolls in that has not gone over in back-to-back games. So typically they play much better defense. This is the worst defensive game they come off of as well. And this is a very well-coached Kings team. They're just not executing. But this is a Kings team that still has Doug Christie as their coach, who's more defensive-minded. So I'm going to take the under there. All right, Craig, New York here, minus 1.5-point favorite against Milwaukee. New York is 2-1 out of the gates. They do come off a loss to Miami. Milwaukee, of course, comes off a loss to Cleveland. And New York's won this game the last 5 times in a row. Who do you like?
Yeah, this is going to be my top play in the NBA tonight. Going to be a 5-unit play. So get over to the website. You can purchase that. You can use that free 60 if you're a new customer, of course. But I'm going to give you a prop that I really like. That I was going to make it a 2-unit prop play for my subscribers. I'm just going to give it to you guys instead, so everybody will get it. Brunson has just been playing great basketball. His over under tonight is 26.5. I think he has no problem for that. I mean, he's just so efficient with the ball. I mean, he gets to the line so much. I think he's going to have a big game. I'm going to take Jalen Brunson over his points tonight. He's went over the last 2 games. I think he'll do it again tonight. I mean, the guy, he basically is like 8-10 free throws, and he shoots it well from the free throw line. So he just scores so easily. I like him over tonight. But my top play is going to be on the side. You can get that over at the website underneath the NBA tab. Okay, we got the last game here for IC. Well, for both of us, but it's for IC. Warriors look great tonight. They're in a back-to-back. They beat down the Grizzlies 15 points or so. Clippers favored by 1, total 224.5. It does sound like Al Horford, he said out last night he's going to be back tonight. At least that's when I was listening to the game, said they were going to. What do you like here? This should be a pretty good matchup of some older teams here.
What if I told you the Clippers have beaten this team the last 7 times in a row? Pretty wild, right? LA, of course, still has Beal out. Golden State, of course. It does say that Horford might be out, but some reports say that Horford might be in. So, I'll take your word for it more than what I'm looking at right now.
Well, he's going to set out back-to-backs. So instead of setting out the second game, just at his age, so they set him out tonight. So, but he'll be back.
So you have a Clippers team that won 114 and 107 the last game against Portland. They didn't cover. Portland, of course, has Tiago Splitter now coaching there. Look, the Clippers, they're an interesting team, right? Leonard had 30 points. Harden had 20. Collins had 16. Dunn had 9. And Zubac had 21. We heard all this talk about, Kawhi and the deal and the money that he's getting without even doing any work. And now we don't hear about it anymore. I mean, just the news cycle.
Not after the gambling set.
This is the best thing that Kawhi, it could have happened to Kawhi. At the very least, it looks like Kawhi wasn't gambling because he was too busy ripping him off, on the corporate world. I mean, which is still better. I mean, still better than gambling. I mean, if you're getting paid for a no-show or whatever, that's still better than gambling on your own games. That's, so I like the under here, Craig. Look, the Clippers come off that nice one against Portland and Phoenix. Golden State comes off giving up 100 and, they come off, first of all, scoring 131 points against Memphis, and then they've scored 137 against Denver. This is going to be the best defense that they've played. Okay. This is also the lowest total they faced all year. They faced 232, 227, 240. Now they're facing 224. I know that seems crazy low, but then again, Golden State comes in scoring 131 points against a terrible Grizzlies team where they shot, Golden State shot the ball 53% from the field. Insanity. They shot 30 free throws. They shot 44% from 3-point land. All of that is not happening this time. Give me the under today. And I might make it a top play. I don't know. But I do like the under in this game. So bear in mind, two things I want to tell people. I think I'm 12 and what am I? 7-0 and then 4-2. Yeah. 11-3 to open the year. I think I'm on a plus 4,500 run and plus 1,200 on the season in the NBA. We will probably have a 7-unit tomorrow. Jump on YouTube Premium. Level 1 is Lenny for $4.99. Level 2 is me, $19.99. You get 200 selections, all for $20 a month. Level 3, and you get Lenny for free. And level 3, you get Craig's top 3 plays, $90 worth of value, really $2,700, and you get me, and you get Lenny. Insanity. I mean, it's just you're getting hundreds of selections and multiple live shows a month, like 8 live shows a month for just $50 a month, or $20 a month, or $5 a month. Up to you.
Yeah, there you go. The link is in the description to get in on this. And you want to buy at the desktop. These are desktop prices. If you buy on your phone, the
costs a lot more.
They charge you the fees that is passed on from Apple and Google Play Store. So don't forget, if you want to get in on our top plays, you can use this if you're a new customer, and they'll give you $60 so you can get my top NBA play tonight. You can get IC's top NBA play. So make sure you get in on it. All right, guys, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you again on our next one.